welcome back. It's Prudine here. Today's video I'm going to be doing a powerful hair growth oil that you can use to grow your hair. If your hair hasn't been at its best, it means there's something you need to add, or there's something you're doing that doesn't go well with your hair. So today I'm doing the double boiling method, and as you can see, my water has boiled, and now I bring my stove to its lowest because this is a double boiling method. So I'm just going to be putting my bowl, and my stove is at its lowest. So the oil we are going to be using is my DIY carrot oil. But you can use whatever oil of your choice. You can use olive oil that I'm going to be showing you in a bit. You can use avocado oil, you can use jojoba oil, you can use coconut oil. That just depends on you and whatever oil that works well for your hair. So I got my DIY carrot oil. If you want to see a video of how I made this carrot oil, I'm going to be linking it in the description box below, or I might leave it in the card section of this video. So I'm going to be pouring a handful of my DIY carrot oil into the bowl, and I just let it to heat up. So I'm not going to be measuring it. I'm going to be eyeballing this. So the next ingredient I'm going to be adding in this oil is my rosemary leaves. I'm using the fresh rosemary, and you can also use the dry rosemary if you have that. But today I want to use the fresh rosemary. So if you do not have the fresh rosemary, let me show you what dry rosemary is looking like. You can use the dry rosemary for this process, or the fresh rosemary. I want to stress on the fact that both dry and fresh rosemary do the same job. It is all the same. It depends on which you have access to. So I do have access to the dry and the fresh rosemary, so I'm going in with the fresh rosemary. You can see I'm giving it a rinse because it is a store-bought, and I just want to take out any chemicals that was used to preserve the rosemary. After which I'm going to be using my paper towel to give it a very good dry, because I don't want water into this oil. Now I will begin by adding the rosemary into the oil that has been heating up. But also there's a trick I noticed, that I could have just dumped the rosemary into the oil that has been heating up, rather than taking the spritz one after another and putting it into this oil. This is somehow time consuming for me. So next time I think I'm just going to drop the rosemary without taking out the spritz in the oil. So guys, if you have been an OG on my channel, right from the time I usually do the protective hairstyle, you will notice my hair was very short. But since I started doing this oil on my hair, I have seen a lot of improvement on my hair. My hair has been growing longer, stronger and thicker. So that was an aside for me, just to tell you all how beneficial this oil is. But towards the end of this video on the application procedure, I am going to be giving you the benefits of all this oil. So guys, the next ingredient is moringa. Oh my god, moringa. Make sure you are using the raw moringa, the natural moringa, the organic moringa. So I'm going to be using 1.5 tablespoons of moringa. Guys, moringa has been used for centuries because of its health benefit, but recently moringa have become more naturally noticeable for the Ayurvedic remedy in hair care. So it does a wonderful job, in which I will be telling you all the benefit of this moringa towards the application procedure, which is at the end of this video. So guys, my voice is a little bit down because my baby is sleeping and I do not have a nanny, so you just bear with me. So I put the moringa into this rosemary, then I mix it up and I let it sit on a low heat, at its lowest of all. I let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. So I turn out my stove and I let it sit for like 5 good hours. So it has been 5 hours and this is what it's looking like. I'm just going to strain this oil out, because you are not going to let all this into your hair. So I strain it out with my strainer and I wasn't satisfied. So I'm going to be using my wig cap just to finalize the straining process. So I'm going to be using a very clean and sterilized jar to pour in my oil. So I'm just going to be putting this oil into this jar. This is where I'm going to be storing this oil. So the next oil I'm going to be using is Jamaican black castor oil. You all know Jamaican black castor oil, when it comes to hair growth, it is the deal. I cannot stress this out. You really need this in today's oil. If I'm going to be adding some preservative because I did use the fresh rosemary to give it a very good shelf life. Guys, if you do use the dry rosemary, you do not need this preservative. So this is my essential oil, but I'm not going to be using the essential oil because the rosemary has a very sweet smell, which I love so much. You can skip that part if you want. So I'm going to be adding some fresh rosemary spritz into this oil, and this is what it's looking like. You can see how nicely and neat it is looking. So let's move over to the application process, in which I'm going to be telling you all the benefit of all these ingredients that I use in making this hair growth oil. So now you can see how my hair has greatly improved in length thanks to all these DIY hair growth oil that I've been using. So I'm just going to spray some water on my hair. Then I'm going to be using any leave-in conditioner of your choice. The leave-in conditioner I'm using it from the Shea Moisture, but it doesn't really matter. You can use whatever leave-in conditioner you have at hand. So I will apply it on my hair. Then I begin by applying the hair growth oil on the lines. I actually have 6 cornrows or 6 braids. So I'm going to be applying this on the line of each braid, and I'm going to also apply this under the braid you're going to be seeing. So guys, let me tell you the benefit of rosemary. Rosemary got a very sweet smell that I love, that is indisputable. I really love that. Rosemary stimulates and improves circulation to the scalp, which encourages hair growth. That is why it is very important to give your scalp a very good massage after applying this oil. Also, rosemary got antibacterial qualities, which helps to gently cleanses the hair. Rosemary adds shines to the hair. After applying this oil, you're going to be seeing the shine I'm talking about. If you are experiencing scalp irritation like dryness, flakes, and dandruff, this is actually a very good combo to add to your hair regimen. So rosemary has host of benefits to grow your hair stronger, longer, and thicker. So guys, rosemary is so good to add into your hair. Now, let me tell you all the benefit of moringa to our hair. Moringa contains a lot of vitamins such as vitamin A, B. The vitamin A and B in moringa promote hair growth. Moringa also contains iron, and also the iron in moringa prevents hair loss. Zinc present in moringa promotes healthy hair follicles. The essential amino acid in moringa nourishes the hair strands. Vitamins such as C and E in moringa fight oxidative stress. So, moringa. This is how good this is. So guys, the combination of moringa and rosemary oil can do a lot to our hair. It helps to promote hair growth. It is just so beneficial for our hair. So I have been using this and the result is so amazing. I will urge you all to try this and leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this is working for you guys. Thank you all for watching and see you again on my next video. Bye bye.